Hello everyone and a very good afternoon. A very warm welcome to this teaching session, as today we are learning a beautiful piece by Palestrina, the king of the Renaissance era, and it is his very short, very lovely motet, O Domine Jesu Christe. So we'll be starting that in just a few moments. Please allow me, as always, just a chance to check that everything is working. Good. Can we hear the Patchway Cathedral consort ready to entertain us? Oh, lovely stuff. You're going to enjoy this one. It's got home choir written all over it, or whatever the equivalent of home choir was there in the late 1500s. Okay, so sound seems to be working. Piano works. I've got my drinks. Do please avail yourself of the score, which is in the description. But as always, I shall show the score on screen to all of you. So I hope everyone's keeping well out there. It's a little bit warmer today. Not sure if we would say that summer has arrived, but it's certainly knocking on the door, and we are very much here for it, as it has been cold and miserable for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Although I do concede other people in the world have different weather, as you'd expect, and some of that weather is quite extreme. So if it's freezing cold where you are, stay wrapped up warm and stay indoors and sing. And if it is far too hot to do anything, well then stay out of the sun, stay indoors with the air conditioning on and sing. I think there's a common theme running through all of this. So let me just welcome everyone who's watching this broadcast later on. Our subscriber numbers are continuing to rise. Would you like an update? Yes, Ben. Well, only too happy to give you an update. Checking whilst you wait. Aha! 4,855 subscribers as of this broadcast. So we need 145 of you watching right now to press the subscribe button, and we have hundreds who watch these broadcasts who haven't done so. Remember, subscription does not mean paying any money. It just means you click the red subscribe button and you join our growing ranks. And there's no charge for home choir. Just come along and join us. Help us on our way to our target of 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. I think we're doing rather well. Can I also ask you, if you wouldn't mind, please to hit the thumbs up, whether you're watching live or later on. And if you are watching later, do consider leaving us a comment under the video. And if you're watching at the moment, do join the lively live chat full of lovely people. The lively lovelies. Maybe that's the lively lovely live chats. We'll work on it. So hello to everyone who's watching later on, and a particular hello to everyone who's watching at the moment but isn't in the live chat today. Hello to Helene and Bill and Val in California, and Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and Val and Huyen and Katie and Anne and Linda and Charlotte and Nikki and everyone else who I know who's watching. Hello to all of you. And then hello everyone over here. Let me see. Pop out my participants list. Several people are going to catch up later on, so if that's you, thank you for coming along. Thank you for leaving us a message. Hello to Carolyn. Hello, Christine. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Liz. Hello, Gaynor. Hello, Glennis. Hello, Gwyn. Hello, Irena. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jane. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Soraya. Hello, Valai. Hello, Wendy. Hello, all of you. Do enjoy this. It's really, really gorgeous. A really beautiful piece of Renaissance polyphony by the absolute master, the undisputed master of the Renaissance era. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to give you a chord. Let's have a nice F major chord, shall we, everyone? So choose any of those notes, an F, an A, or a C, or indeed another F, and we'll sing home choir, and we'll start our teaching session for today. Here we go. Nice deep breath, and... Beautiful. And a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our teaching session. Today we are in the fine company of Palestrina. This, of course, is Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, who lived from 1525 to 1594, an Italian Renaissance composer of largely sacred music. One of the greatest composers of the Renaissance, particularly noted for his development of church music and polyphony. So if you like the kind of music that we do a lot here on Home Choir, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to this man. And we'll hear from him shortly. But first, let's look ahead to what we've got coming up on the channel in the next few days. And on Friday this week, we're going to have something a little bit different. We're going to have Lean On Me, that all-time classic, Lean On Me when you're not strong. Great song, really, really good for anyone who's going through any kind of tough time at the moment. And if you know anyone who's going through a tough time, come and join us on Fun Friday and we'll sing this song together. And then you've got a gorgeous Sing Sunday live on Sunday morning at 11 a.m, including the piece we're learning today and quite a lot of the music that we've learned over the last few weeks. Just to look ahead to next week, Wednesday and Friday are our live broadcasts next week, and they will each be a concert because we are fast approaching the end of term. We will be on hiatus throughout August, and so next week on Wednesday, this time next week, in fact, we will be enjoying our end of term summer classical concert. So a huge range of the music that we've looked at together since April. And there's been a lot. So that's next Wednesday. And then Friday next week, I will tell you plenty of times. It's going to be a 3 o'clock start on Friday next week, not 2 o'clock. So 1 hour later for those of you watching live. And that will be our Folk and Fun concert, which will contain, as I'm sure you can imagine from the title, a mix of some of the fun folk pieces and the Fun Friday pieces that we've enjoyed together since April. And that will be our last live broadcast for a little bit, but I'm going to fill you in with all the details you need over the coming days. Of course, make sure you're signed up to the newsletter for all the info. Now, of course, home choir is completely free. We love what we do. We love making music here on YouTube and giving it to the world so we can have the world singing along with us. But of course, if you would like to support us and help us make these shows for everyone, then you can donate and support the channel. You can do so by going along to our website here, which is homechoir.org/donate, and there is a link in the description if you'd like to use that. You can buy us a coffee, and you know I like coffee. But if you wouldn't mind giving us the cost of a coffee, whatever you feel this channel is worth, it greatly helps us because it means we can keep making these programs for all of you. And if you are already a supporter of Home Choir, whether it's a one-off or whether you're kind enough to support us every month, huge thanks to you. Now, I mentioned the newsletter already. This is a vital part of Home Choir because it contains all of the links, all the news, all the scores, everything you need to know about Home Choir, including stuff that's coming up in the future. And it is also completely free. Go along to homechoir.org, click newsletter at the top, fill in the very short form. We promise to never spam you. We would never do that. But if you tell us when your birthday is, we'll sing you happy birthday. And as a special bonus, you also get that email newsletter once per week. And we can see we've got 4 birthdays to celebrate on this occasion because Ruth is celebrating her birthday today. And then tomorrow is Patricia, Etzko and Nicola celebrating their birthdays. So everyone, let's join together in song and wish these 4 wonderful choristers, and indeed anyone else whose birthday it is today and tomorrow, a very happy birthday. So you'll notice there, let's sing together after 2. Ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ruth, Patricia, Etzko and Nicola. Happy birthday to you and many more. Have a fantastic day. All of you, whether it's today, tomorrow, I hope you just have the best birthday. Now, everyone, we're going to talk, as I say, about Palestrina. We have sung some of his music here on the channel, but not a lot. And as those of you who are aficionados of choral music will know, he is an essential character. And so we'll learn a little bit more about him in a minute. But first, can I just thank everyone who has been supporting our Sing and Send, which of course is our free recording project. It's been fully funded by one of our very, very generous choristers. And so if you'd like to take part, you can do so. And of course, we are raising money for the Alzheimer's Society. And as of this broadcast, we had raised £1,346 of a £1,500 target. We have 11% more to reach that target, and it would be fantastic to hit it, maybe even by the end of July. So if you haven't donated yet, you can, of course, do so using the link in the description. And of course, you are very welcome, all of you, to take part in the project. It's free, including the score. The score is yours to keep. So consider giving us just the cost of the score would help, but do please give generously. Now then, as I said, Palestrina, here he is. He was born in the town of Palestrina, oddly enough, near Rome. He began his musical career as a choir boy and became the organist of the principal church in his hometown. His talents brought him to Rome, where his musical talents were spotted, and he became a singer and composer for the papal chapel. And we're going to learn his piece, O Domine Jesu Christe, which translates it out from Latin to, O Lord Jesus Christ, I adore you, wounded on the cross, given gall and vinegar to drink. I beseech you that your wounds may be the remedy for my soul. So it is a very heartfelt, very beautiful piece in the key of A minor. Before we continue, though, as many of you will know, I quite frequently reach out to composers and ask if they will send us messages. We have had a few send us messages of goodwill, Jamie Hall, for example. But most of the time, these classical composers, they don't check their emails and they don't respond. However, I did email Palestrina and he sent a video message. Would you like to hear it? Okay, take it away, Giovanni.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Home Choir's teaching session for my beautiful piece, O Domine Jesu Christe. I hope you have lots of fun learning it.
Well, I mean, a message from the composer himself, everyone. How can we refuse? Thank you very much indeed, Giovanni. And just glad to know he's a fan. I hope he's subscribed as well. So let's go on and let's have a look at the score for today. No, that's not the right slide. And you see, this is why we always do a quick check on everything. And it's this one here. There we go. So you can see here the score is for 4 parts, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And we're going to start with the soprano part, as we usually do. And we'll get through the course of the rehearsal to the alto, tenor, bass. If you're watching later on, of course, all of those rehearsals are time-stamped. You can jump straight to them. But those of you watching live get the benefit and the joy, I think, of singing along with the full thing. So we're going to start off. Here's sopranos. You start off on an A, and it is written here in split common time as a feeling of 2 in a bar, albeit fairly slowly. We sing, O Domine Jesu Christe. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick sip of drink. I'm not in the greatest of voice. Let's just have that again without me murdering the line. Let me just play the pitches. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And okay, let's sing that line now with the patchway consort singer, i.e. me. On a day when I was in better voice. There's your note, O Domine. Ready, sopranos, nice deep breath, and 2. Lovely. We then have a rest to take a breath. We carry on the same pitch. So we sing 1. Adoro te in cruce vulneratum. Let's just listen to those pitches again. This is bar 7, so it's 1. Fabulous. Let's sing together from Adoro te after 1 and 1. Adoro te in cruce vulneratum. Lovely. Let's have that one more time, this time with the singer in the choir. So starting here on the G sharp, and 1 and. Lovely. Now we take a breath and we sing 1. Fele. Okay, just straightforward fele with a tied note going across the bar. Let's sing that. And 1 and. Now we grab a breath at the beginning of bar 14, though not as long as in bar 12, and we sing Et asceto portatum deprecote. Let's listen to that from bar 14. It's 1. Okay, let's sing that together. Starting there in bar 14 after 1 and 1. And then continuing after a quick breath on that same pitch. Ut tua vulneratum. Listen. Excuse me, gone back too far. That was my fault. Let's just look at that one more time. So it is Ut tua vulnera sint remedium. So let me just play that for you again. Ut tua. It's 1, 2. And. Okay, so let's sing Ut tua here. After 2, 1 and 2. Then a breath, and then anime me. So some cross rhythms going on here. Just listen to the pitches 1 and 2. Okay, let's sing that together from anime. This is the upbeat to bar 23. 1 and 2. Anime me. And then to the end. Anime me. Just on that A, and following the rest of the choir to the end. Let's pick it up from anime there in the upbeat indeed to bar 23 here to the end. Here we go, sopranos. There's your note after 2, 1 and 2. So what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to take it from the beginning and just the soprano part louder than everyone else. Then we'll have a look at the alto line. I think Giovanni will be very pleased with that performance. I'll have to ask him. Maybe he could send us another message. So from the top, sopranos louder. Nice deep breath after 2. 1 and 2. One. And There we go. Well done, everyone. That was the soprano line. So what I'm going to do now is make the alto part a bit louder, and we shall return to the beginning. Quick sip of drink. How's everyone in the comments doing? Talking about having an email from a ghost. Indeed, we did. From the composer himself. I do wonder if other composers will make appearances over the coming weeks, months, years. Who knows? Who knows? So I shall keep emailing them. But it's just nice that Palestrina reads his emails, unlike Mozart. Okay, so altos. Nice line, this, actually. Yes, there are quite a lot of repeated notes, lots of G, but you do get lots of nice decoration. So from the top altos, it's 1, 2... That's a really nice line, isn't it? Okay, let's just sing that with... I'll just play the pitches and you can follow it along. Just be careful there in bar 5. That da, 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 da. A bit of cross rhythm going on there. So make sure you're counting. From the beginning, this is just the pitches. Ready? And... Okay, let's sing that with the alto from Patchway Consort. After 2, 1, 2... Lovely. Now the next line. Okay, now just watch out here for the F natural. Rising up, so it's 1. Let's sing that with the Patchway singer. There's your note. This is bar 7 and 1. Lovely. Then we take a breath. We rise to the A, which becomes a suspended note, falling to the G sharp, so it's 1. And really sing into that A before it resolves to the G sharp. Let's sing that together. And 1. And then in bar 14, we kind of bounce off the first beat. It's 1. Listen to that, and 1. Let's sing that together. In after 1, and 1. Then we grab a breath. Okay, de precote. So it is, see if I've got a top C at this time of day. I think the Patchway singer did it better. Here it is, after 2, de precote. This is bar 17. Ready? 1, 2... And now a little note where the bass drops out and we're left with 3-part texture, but starting on the same note. So it is... excuse me. Okay, listen to that again. 1, 2... Okay, really, really nice. All that movement between the G sharp and the A, that is basically the entire story of the tension of the piece. Okay, so altos, you're very much in charge of the levers of power here. After 2, ut, 2, 1 and 2. You can really hear how important that part is. Now that in itself, that 2 bars is the most interesting thing harmonically for anyone, I think, in the entire piece. Okay, if you play it like that, it sounds like a bit of serialism or something by Stockhausen. But let's sing that with the Patchwork singer after 2. 1 and 2. You notice the rest of the choir, the sopranos and basses in bar 25, they come in on the 3rd beat. We sing into the 3rd beat, so it dovetails beautifully. I mean, Palestrina really did know what he was doing. So we've been there on this chord, on that note. We move up to the E, and we sing to the end. Slowing down into the last cadence. Listen to it again. And so let's sing to the end. Let's see, upbeats 26. 1 and 2. There we are. Okay, so from the start, everyone, this is the alto part louder. And so you'll notice here, altos, sopranos are here, tenors and basses, so I know we're already watching and singing along and sight reading, but this is an alto sing through, so do enjoy yourselves. Okay, so we're going to come in after 2. Nice deep breath. 1, 2. And 2 and well done. That tempo slowing at the end just so you can place that quaver just so. Well done, everyone. That's great. Now let's have a look at the tenor line. And so we're going to go back to the top. Quick sip of drink. How's everyone doing in the comments? Lovely to have everyone here. Hope you're enjoying the piece. So tenors, you're here. And so we sing from the top, tenors. It is. O Domine Jesu Christe. Okay, let's have a little listen to that, just the pitches. Right over the bar. Okay, let's sing that with the singer. It's a little bit slower, of course. So after 2, 1, 2. And lovely. Now, starting from the same pitch. So just listen to that again. This is the second note in bar 7, or the only note, I should say, in bar 7. It's 1. Okay, let's take that from bar 7, A, Do, Do, Te, and 1, A, Do. In fact, you know what? Sorry, let's sing it with the patchwork singer. Starting there, after 1 and 1 and. Lovely. Then we take a breath in the next bar, and it's just sustaining this single note. It's 1. You actually have, even though it's the same pitch, it's the most important line because it provides the kind of integrity for the harmony. Have a listen to it. It is 1. Okay, so let's just sing that together. This is bar 12 after 1 and 1 and. Now, starting on the same pitch, isn't this just exquisitely composed by Palestrina? Okay, starting to get a little bit more animated compared to what we've had before. This is bar 14 and it's 1. Okay, let's have a little listen to that again. It's 1. So let's sing that with the singer after 1 and 1. Now then, the widest leap, I think, of anyone so far. Really big, really emotive. So after 2 ready tenors, 1, 2. Then you grab a breath. Excuse me, the slide didn't update. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, so we start on the C, drop to the G, as we pass the A on the way up. Would to hold that note in your head because it's then back to that A. Would to with the patchwork singer after 2, 1, 2. You take a breath, and we go up to the F, creating some more lovely tension. So it's 1, 2. Listen to that from bar 20. 1, 2. Okay, Sint Remedium. After 2 from bar 20. Ready? 1, 2. Sint Remedium. lovely. Then we grab a breath and we sing Anime me. And you must smile on that last phrase, because that C sharp is the thing that moves us from having started in A minor to major, because of course it's may your wounds be the remedy for my soul, and so at the end the tenor gives us that remedy. So there in bar 25 it's 1, 2. So with the patchway singer after 2, 1, 2. Such a nice line, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning. Just glance at the comments. Hello to Joan, who's just come and found us in her recommended channels. Well, you're very welcome, Joan. I do hope you enjoy this piece. It's by Palestrina, who's an Italian composer. And we even had a video message from him right at the start of the stream. So once we finish, you can go back and have a look at that. But you're very welcome. And I'm very glad to see everyone in the live chat is making you feel at home. So back to the starts. Tenors. There's your note. Altos, sopranos, and basses, of course, will be right along in a moment. So we're going to come in after 2. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, and... Absolutely lovely. I bet you can't wait to hear it at the end. It's all of these parts put together. As always, once you've heard it individually, learnt the individual lines and sung along, whichever part you are, when you hear it all come together in the end, it is like a magic trick reveal. It's really special. Okay, basses, thanks for your patience. Okay, so it goes like this, bassos. It goes. O Domine Jesu Christe. It's a really nice line. Let's sing that with the patchway singer. So after 2, ready, basses, there's your note. 1, 2. Lovely. Then we take a breath, basses, and we continue. Adorate in cruce vulneratum. Let me just play those pitches. In bar 7, it's 1. Okay, so basses. Adorote after 1 and 1. Lovely. So we take a breath in bar 12 and it's 1. Felle et aceto potatum. Okay, listen to that. From Felle, it's 1 and 1. Okay, and before we sing it with the singer, let's just look at the next bar and a half. It's a big, almost like a fanfare. It's the widest leap that anyone has to sing in the entire piece. Deprecote and deprecote. A rather modal shift there. So let's go from Felle in bar 12. After 1 and 1. And 1. And then we don't sing this next bit. Now they finish on this note. We've got to come in here, basses, in bar 20. It's 1. Sint remedium anime me. So just listen to that from 20 again. It's 1. And 1, 2. Okay, so make sure you're holding the note to the full length there in bar 24. Sint remedium. Are we ready? Coming in after 1. Let me just take it back a little bit, in fact, because the entry's a little bit tricky to time here on the recording. So let's go from the start of the soprano, alto, tenor bit here. So 1 and. Lovely. As you heard there, we continue on that note. So it's very, very simple. And we follow the rest of the choir as they move down to the final chord. We put the last note in. Let's just sing that, please. This is bar 25 and 1. We have it. Back to the top, sing it through with the basses louder, and then for the first time we're going to put it all together and you can hear the effect of Palestrina's incredible writing. He really was the master of this in a very real sense. Thanks to his music, well, the world of music was changed, in some ways saved. I'll have to do a lecture on the Palestrina and the Council of Trent another day, though. Let's enjoy this wonderful piece from the bass perspective. There's our notes, and of course tenors are here, altos, sopranos, after 2 from the top. 1, 2. There you have it. Okay, well, we'll put the score up on screen from the beginning and just allow me a moment to just shuffle the choir around. And when this happens in any live performance, I'm just saying altos, take a step to your right, sopranos, step to your left, and just making sure all the levels are set so there are no parts louder. This is a complete and utter equal choir. And all things being equal, do please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. Tell your friends about Home Choir. It is free. We do all sorts of styles. And it is just such a pleasure to teach this beautiful piece to all of you. So, from the top, as sung by the Patchway Consort, and of course, basses, tenors, altos, sopranos singing along at home, here is Palestrina's O Domine Jesu Christe. Nice deep breath. Go. That, everyone, is our teaching for this week. And what a pleasure it's been to teach you this piece. If you're interested in learning more about Palestrina, well, there's a world of information to be found about him. He's a very, very important figure. I will do a deep dive lecture into him at some point. But for now, just enjoy the rest of your day. Do remember, join us on Friday for Lean On Me and Sing Sunday this coming week, 11 a.m. UK time, for a very special show, which will include this, but also not one, but two home choir premieres. That is pieces sung by you, the community. Peace I Leave With You by Amy Beach and the Shoshone Love Song, recorded by thousands of people all around the world into their phones, combined by professionals, and premiering this Sunday. So do make sure you come along and join us. If you can't make it live, you can always catch up. Do remember to like, share and subscribe. Thanks again, all of you, for being here, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care. Bye.